Hey everyone! Welcome back to another heartwarming story. Today, I want to share a touching tale that reminds us all of our duty to our parents. It's a story that speaks to the core of family values and the responsibilities we hold. It's a story that might just tug at your heartstrings and leave you with a valuable lesson. So sit back, relax, and let this tale unfold. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a man with his sick old father and his young son. The village was quaint, with cobblestone streets and cozy homes where everyone knew each other. They were a close-knit family, always looking out for each other. The man worked hard to provide for his family, and his son was always eager to help. But one day, the man's neighbor said something that changed everything. The neighbor, who was known for his stern demeanor, approached the man with a serious expression. "How long will you protect your father?" "Bury him in the cemetery," the neighbor said, shaking his head. His words were harsh and unkind, but they struck a chord with the man. That night, the man couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned, his mind racing with thoughts of his father's frail body and the neighbor's harsh words. He kept thinking about his father's frail body and the neighbor's harsh words. The weight of the decision he was contemplating was almost too much to bear. By dawn, he had made a painful decision. He knew what he had to do, even though it broke his heart. The next morning, with a heavy heart, the man took a shovel and started digging a grave in the cemetery. Each shovelful of dirt felt like a betrayal to his father. His young son, curious and concerned, followed him. The boy had always looked up to his father and wanted to understand what was happening. "Father, what are you doing?" the boy asked, his innocent eyes wide with confusion. He had never seen his father so troubled. "We can't protect your grandfather anymore," the man replied, his voice trembling. "So I'm going to bury him." The words felt like daggers in his heart. The boy looked at his father for a moment, then said something that hit the man like a bolt of lightning. His innocent wisdom was profound. "Then I will have to do the same to my father when he is old." The man froze. The boy's words echoed in his mind, revealing the harsh reality of his decision. The man froze. He looked at his son, then at the grave he was digging. The gravity of his actions began to sink in. The realization of his actions washed over him like a cold wave. He understood the lesson his son had unknowingly taught him. He dropped the shovel and fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. The weight of his mistake was overwhelming. "No, my dear," he said, his voice cracking. "I have made a mistake. I will look after my father and protect him, just as you should do for me one day." His words were filled with a newfound determination. The boy smiled, and together they walked back home, leaving the grave unfinished. The bond between them had grown stronger. From that day on, the man dedicated himself to caring for his father, understanding the true duty of children to their parents. The family grew closer, united by love and respect. This story teaches us that no matter how challenging it may be, taking care of our parents is a duty we must honor. It's a responsibility that comes from the heart. They cared for us when we were young, and it's our turn to do the same for them. The cycle of care and love continues through generations. Thank you for listening, and I hope this story stays with you. May it inspire you to cherish and care for your loved ones. Remember, love and care are the greatest gifts we can give our parents. They are the foundation of a strong and loving family. Until next time, take care and cherish your family. Hold them close and never take them for granted. Goodbye, and see you in the next story.